Welcome, everyone. My name is Liz Rodriguez. I am the Video Communications Manager here at FBA. And with me today, I have Joseph Guandolo. He is the founder and owner of Facts Over Fads Nutrition. As he saw non-communicable diseases and obesity ratings rise, he decided to launch an online nutrition coaching program. After helping over 100 people within the first few months, he knew this is where he was supposed to be. In order to increase his reach and help more people uncover their optimal capacity, Facts Over Fads Nutrition was born. The company has helped over 1,500 total clients in just a few years, and Joseph and his team are motivated to continue to spread their knowledge and platform to impact as many people as they can. So I'm really excited to speak to you today, Joseph. How are you?
I'm doing really well. How are you doing?
I am good. I'm good. So let's dive in. So why don't you tell the audience a little bit more about your background and how you came to be a nutrition coach?
Yeah, so starting out, in high school when I was about 16 years old, I was actually an athletic trainer. So everyone's like the water boy, but the cool thing about it was I was really close with our head athletic trainer. So I got to tape ankles and do all types of modalities and treatments and stuff like that. I quickly learned that that was going to be kind of my place with some sort of athletic medicine career. So I actually became a combat medic in the Army. And so learning all things medicine related. I was in there for about 4 years. I was in Afghanistan in 2011 and just learned a lot. Simultaneously, when I was in the military, I got my degree in exercise science and personal training to include like 6 personal training certifications. And so when I got out of the military, I became a personal trainer for Gold's Gym. Really limited just by the space, by time of day. I ventured out and became a group fitness instructor for Camp Gladiator, which again kind of felt limited there as well. And so that's when I started reaching out to the online platform space, reaching out to how can I impact more people, which led me to my PT Hub. Here we are probably 13, 14 years down the road, starting out, in high school all the way to here we are today. And we've helped, again, thousands of clients. We have about 400 currently with us right now. We have a team of people helping clients today.
Dude, that's so awesome. So why don't you talk to me a little bit more about, how did you manage your coaching business before my PT Hub?
Yeah, in the beginning, it was a lot of pen and paper.
Mhm.
I learned a little bit about spreadsheets after that, and so took a deep dive into spreadsheets and managing everything through a spreadsheet. Quickly got very frustrated with that as well, and so that's kind of where we started reaching out to the online space. And so I think it was just a lot to keep up with, and so trying to manage payments and trying to manage sessions and trying to schedule dates and when could I schedule a client and what was my availability. I just didn't know a lot. Kind of a pro and a con becoming part of a big corporate space like Gold's Gym was they kind of did most of that work for you to where you didn't really have to learn anything. And so when I ventured out away from Gold's Gym, I really had to kind of find a new way to do all of these things. Take a little bit of what I learned from Gold's Gym and just kind of flip it and apply it differently. And so again, the initial way that I did it was pen and paper. After that, I was like, okay, I think I can go online, and that was spreadsheets through Google Sheets. And then I was like, okay, this still isn't working, so let me do some more research and kind of get into an app.
Yeah, absolutely. And what was it about my PT Hub that appealed to you with the solutions that they had?
Yeah, so initially it was very user friendly. So I did venture out to a couple other apps, did some free trials and stuff like that. But in the beginning, it was just very simple. It was clean cut. Back when I first started with my PT Hub, it wasn't the version that we have today. It was a very classic version, I think is what they called it through the transition. But it was just very easy to use from a trainer standpoint. And I would always tell my clients, they said, "Hey, this app is actually more for me than it is for you. It's a great tool for you as a client, but it's actually going to help me help you much, much better." And so it allows me to do a lot of cool things on your account. It allows me to communicate with you really, really well. And so this is really going to help me as your coach just be a better coach, a more efficient coach, deliver you more product and services. And then again, we talked about it earlier, but there was a learning curve for myself and for my clients. And then we've been with my PT Hub for about 5 years now, and it's just gotten better and better over the time. And so I have no intent of going anywhere else because we just keep growing as the platform grows.
Yeah. And for you, when you were first, kind of looking at the different, solutions in terms of, the different software apps and things like that, what were you considering? What did you really feel like you needed a solution for when you went to them?
Yeah, I really needed in the beginning, I really wanted a way to deliver nutrition. That was kind of where the direction of my passion was going. I've been in the personal trainer space for so long. My clients were only seeing so much progress. I knew that there was a missing link. So that was actually the first thing that I looked for, which is again kind of why we ended up with My PT Hub. They're one of the few apps that actually could do nutrition the way that we're doing it. So where I could do their calories, do their macros, write a meal plan, all of that good stuff. I could pull some things from the My PT Hub marketplace, or I could also start from scratch and build my own. So a lot of awesome stuff there. But also, before we became Facts Over Fads, actually, we were called Take Charge Nutrition and Fitness. So we were doing online workouts. And so the workout builder, the program builder is super amazing. And so that appealed to me as well. It just so happened that the nutrition world took off for us. And so we stopped doing fitness and now we solely do nutrition coaching.
Okay, awesome. And it sounds like you've been with my PT Hub for a while, so I think this is kind of a loaded question, but it sounded like you had areas that you wanted to change, and you've kind of evolved with them. So talk to me a little bit about, kind of that experience with like going from you had a totally different type of company, and then now you're just offering nutrition. So kind of walk me through that, how that was.
Yeah, I think in the beginning, when we were doing workouts and nutrition, I had a lot of explaining to do. And so there was a lot of typing and a lot of communication and a lot of calls because the app it was basic. It was a very basic platform in the beginning, again, 4 or 5 years ago.
Mhm.
And so I would say, hey, I put up 5 workouts on your, account, and this workout is for Monday, this workout is for Tuesday, and I would have to explain all of that to them, and to include, how much weight to do, how many reps to do, and things like that. And as my PT Hub has evolved, it's all become like you can create a program now. And so now there's a schedule on my clients' accounts, and it tells my client what days to do what workouts. And even if they wanted to move some workouts around, they can totally do so. It also allows them to edit those weights, edit the reps. They can even take a workout off and put a new workout on. There's just a lot of freedom and autonomy for the client now, and to include nutrition as well. And so it would put up, some nutrition plans on your account, and you'd be like, well, which one do I do? What day do I do it? How do I do it? All that good stuff. And so that's also grown from my PT Hub's perspective as well, to where now I can put up a schedule. It will tell you exactly what days to eat what foods. It'll knock out a grocery list for you as well. So you can just take your phone to the store and there's an itemized out grocery list for you. So you don't have to worry about printing anything off, even though you can. And so we've just really grown. I think I've just learned so much along the way as my PT Hub continues to launch updates and new products and new services on their account. And then we get to implement those with our clients, and it's super awesome to learn about as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've touched on a couple of things definitely with some of the member experience, but talk to me a little bit more about, kind of how the software has like enhanced your coaching business.
It's made it so much more efficient. I think it's the best word I can say. Going from pen and paper to one-on-one sessions to now being able to reach 400 plus people at any given moment, just so efficient from a coaching business standpoint. I was again kind of in the brick and mortar business for quite a while. There's only so many hours in the day, and if you wanted to have a day off, it would impact your paycheck. And so, how did you kind of reschedule clients or things like that? And so, really coming from that side of the business to the online world or this app world that we live in today, it's just made my life and my business much more efficient. It's given us the capabilities to reach the masses. It's given us the capabilities to spread outside of our own community and be able to impact people in different cities or different states. And so, it's just really saved us a lot of time, especially again, kind of going back to the program builder. If you build a program once and you have a client who you think could benefit from that exact same program, then you can just assign that to the client as well. So you don't have to rebuild things from scratch every single time. You can kind of rinse and repeat. You can tailor it, you can duplicate it and customize it to this specific person. And again, you save yourself hours of time rather than starting from scratch. You can just duplicate, edit, and then reassign. And so again, I think efficiency is a really great word, especially because I know a lot of coaches get wrapped up with their clients and we feel like we always need to start from scratch, but there's a lot of commonalities in between our clients. And so whether it's a commonality with calories or a commonality with the workout program, you can just duplicate, edit, and then send it off to your client. So saves us a lot of time. It allows us to reach much more people. And again, kind of when you reach that much people, we can also have a maintainable and affordable price point. And so I feel like that's also helped. And I feel like it's a fair price point because of the app. The app is doing a lot of the work for us. And so it's really just helped us grow in that manner as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've touched on it a little bit, but talk to me about, level of service with my PT Hub. How was it getting a hold of them, engaging with them, things like that?
So they have a pretty awesome support team. I think all of us are best friends, especially when going from their classic version to their new upgraded version. There was obviously like a lot of learning curves for me as a coach, and so reaching out to them was huge in the beginning because a part of this for me was I wanted to deliver the best product to my clients as possible. The only way to do that is for me to be kind of like a subject matter expert inside of the app. And the only way for me to do that is to reach out to their support team whenever there was a hiccup or a question or a concern on my end. And so there's a lot of people at the support team. You can send in an email at any time. They respond within 24 hours every single time. And so we've had a great relationship with them. And again, I feel like I kind of know those people because I see the same people answering the questions for me over time. They might not know who I am, but I know who they are. And so that support is really awesome. They also will send us videos. And so if it's, someone saying, hey, here's a video to watch how to do what you're asking to do, check out this video and it'll walk you through it. And so they do that as well. They also ask for a lot of feedback from us. And so, if I have a question or a concern, instead of just typing it out through email, they'll ask for like a video recording of what I'm looking at or what I'm experiencing, and it's going to help them give me a better answer as well. So a lot of great support, a lot of great people there, really fast responses. Again, I don't think I've waited longer than 24 hours for an answer, which is always helpful. And then again, just a lot of great resources and tools that they send back to us to just learn the product a lot better.
Absolutely. And what's been the most valuable feature of, for you that's with my PT Hub?
The program builder. The program builder is it's a weekly schedule, but you can make it 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, however long you wanted it to be. It's going to remind your clients what workouts to do on what days, what nutrition plans to do on what days are rest days, which days they should be weighing in and doing progress photos, which days do you want to attach a file to deliver more content or more things like that. And again, you apply it on their account. You can pick their start date. The client can start their own start date. And so I think the program builder is obviously the best thing that helps us out because, again, we set it up one time and we don't have to touch it again until it's over. And then we can just put a new one on the client account.
Absolutely. Well, last question for you today, Joseph. What would you tell others when it comes to recommending my PT Hub for their business needs?
Ooh, good question. I would say if you're looking to grow, looking to scale, looking for a more efficient way to help people, looking for a better way to impact as many people as possible, that My PT Hub would be the way to go. I think it encompasses a lot of all the other fitness apps out there and also nutrition apps as well into one spot. And so our clients just have, again, kind of the best of both worlds from a fitness world standpoint and a nutrition world standpoint, all hosted in one app. You don't have to use multiple apps to do many different things. I'll do it in one spot. And so I think our client experience is a lot better now. It's, again, an efficient way for you to coach as a coach. And then also, again, it's just one thing to manage instead of 15 things to manage.
Yes, yes. Well, Joseph, thank you so much for your time and your responses today. This was really great.
Awesome. You're very welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, so for those of you watching, if you're looking for more information about My PT Hub, just let us know by completing the brief web form under the About My PT section, actually right where this video is playing. So until next time, everyone, thanks again for watching and we'll see you soon.